A steaming river of black sludge floods through Arizona. Now, what are we talking about? We've been covering flooding, wildfires, and mudslides for years since we began the channel. But this is something different and very interesting. Now, a camera points down a seemingly benign trail in Pima County, Arizona. But just moments into the video, something dark happens in the distance before blanketing the dry dirt. Eventually, yes, the creepy black entity resolves itself into a coal black river of sticks and sludge, steaming, following almost as quickly as clear water. This video, posted by Pima County officials, shows a July 15th debris flow following a wildfire at Cañada de Oro Wash, a drainage channel and mountain biking trail in the county. Now, according to the USGS, fires can change the way rainwater flows over the land. And here's a perfect example. Under normal circumstances, most dirt is capable of sucking up a lot of water, which keeps flash floods from happening every time it rains. But after a wildfire, the land is no longer able to absorb as much water, and even minor rains can trigger flash floods filled with debris. Who had this on their 2020 hellscape bingo card? Fast-moving, highly destructive debris flows triggered by intense rainfall are one of the most dangerous post-fire hazards, according to the USGS's California Water Science Center. It takes much less rainfall to trigger a debris flow from burned basins than from unburned areas. In fact, in Southern California, as little as 7 millimeters, that's less than a third of an inch of rainfall in 30 minutes, has triggered debris flows. In 2018, mudslides and debris flows after the Thomas Fire killed 13 people in 2 California towns. We reported on it. This was after winter storms. According to KGUN 9, a local news station, this recent debris flow seems to have originated from the Bighorn Fire, which has burned about 120,000 acres in this region. No casualties or major damage were reported from this event, despite the dramatic footage you're witnessing. But the risk of heavy debris-filled floods of this kind remained for years after the Bighorn Fire and surrounding regions, according to the USGS. The largest such events usually happen in the first storm season after a major fire, which you're witnessing here. Now, to avoid major post-fire debris disasters, the USGS examines burn regions for potential risks, sets up flood gauges to provide emergency alerts if floodwaters rush past. And in fact, you'll see a stick here once the debris flow gets to it, wiggling. They were waiting for this to come. And in fact, there is a measuring stick here and probably a flood gauge. And it's just going to come into view in just a few seconds here. It's going to come in from the right side of the screen. Now, according to the reports from Pima County, there's the stick. There's that flood gauge. Now, as the climate changes, wildfires have become more common all over the world. Now, that's not quite that true, bringing with them all sorts of risks. According to NASA, research published in June by the National Bureau of Economic Research suggests wildfires burn 4 times more land each year in the United States than they did 40 years ago. Now, while that stat might be true, it's not because of climate change. And let me show you why. First of all, these are the statistics that global warmists use. They begin in 1983 and go to present, and they show a major uptick. Now, the only problem with that is they cherry-picked. So they started in 83 down here at the lowest number ever recorded. And of course, you're going to go up from the lowest number. That's just what they do. They pick the cherry. Look how much more U.S. forest burned back in the 1930s. Absolutely fraud happening almost every day. Now, let's talk about flash flood safety. Turn around and don't drown. Rapid flowing streams or ditches can sweep you off your feet, which is not a good thing. In fact, it's quite deadly. Remain alert if you live in flood prone areas. Use caution at night. I mean, these babies, you saw how fast that one came in. It came out of nowhere, like swimwear. Now, stay out of flooded areas. Stay out of ditches and stream beds. Don't camp there. I know people who are novices tend to camp in some of these areas. So, smarten up. Stay out of the flooded areas. Water may still be rising, and you might be asleep when it hits. Now, some more flash flood safety. When a flash flood warning is issued for your area, or when you realize that a flash flood is imminent, act quickly to save yourself and your family. Never drive through a flooded roadway. Just 4 to 6 inches of water can sweep you off your feet and kill you. Do not attempt to cross flowing streams. Stay out of areas subject to flooding, including dips, low spots, storm drains, culverts, washes. Avoid already flooded areas and high velocity flow areas, especially. Be especially cautious at night when it's harder to recognize flood dangers. Do not camp or park your vehicle along creeks, streams, and washes, particularly during the monsoon. And that's a boom. I hope you got something out of the video. Flash floods, debris flows, the most dangerous of natural disasters commonly occurring. They occur all the time, every year, all over the world. And it is our hope that with these videos, you can remain safe because we showed you some of the most unique types of debris flows that exist. Share this with like-minded people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And do not camp in a wash in Arizona, ever, no matter what. No matter how good that weather forecast is. We had a 0% chance of rain today, and it rained hard, almost a half an inch. Those are the facts. Be safe. We love you. And that's a boom. To debris flows. Hit that thumb up. Subscribe and click one of these other videos. Support the channel. Thanks for watching. That's a boom.